Hello, everybody. If you're watching this, you are either in my Moving to Costa Rica Facebook group, or you are on the YouTube channel. So there's nobody in here yet, so I will give it a second. But today I'm going to be talking about, well, kind of the big news that came out over the last, not last night, the night before. So about 2 evenings ago. All right, we got two people in here. Hello. If you're in here, feel free to type in the comments, say hello, let me know how you're doing. But yeah, so the purpose of this video is obviously this is pretty important news that people are going to need to know. So I'm just going to be relaying the news. Maybe you've already read this on Facebook. Maybe you've already seen it out there. But I did want to come on and make sure that the news got to somebody who's either going to be traveling to Costa Rica or moving. Maybe, as you know, we deal with people who are moving to Costa Rica. So this has been big news. It's been kind of quite the whirlwind the last 2 days. All right, we have some people on there. Hello. Hello, everybody. Yes, it is Friday. It's Friday. Woo! Happy Friday. So in this video, I'm going to explain. I didn't want to have to edit anything, so I was like, let me just go live, explain this for anyone maybe who has not heard or may have some questions, but I can't, tell you I'm going to have all the answers. But just know that I'm just here to relay information. I am not here to start a debate. I am not here to pick any side. I am neutral. Just want to relay the information as it can be important for others who are going to be traveling or moving here. So I just want to say that first and foremost. So maybe some of you already know, but as of December 1st, Costa Rica will be having a vaccine mandate. It is not to travel into the country. You can still travel into the country. As of now, today is October 15th. So as of now, the entry requirements are still the same. You either need your vaccine card or COVID insurance. So not saying you have to be vaccinated to come into Costa Rica, your return ticket, and your health pass. So those are the 3 items that you still need to enter Costa Rica. Now, as of December 1st, so the government has made an announcement, like I said, 2 evenings ago. I'm just going to read right off here. So the announcement is, yes, as of the 1st of December, people will require you to be fully vaccinated in order to enter pretty much most establishments. Where did my list go? Sorry about this. Pretty much, okay, restaurants, cafeterias, shopping plazas, bars, casinos, general stores, museums, hotels, cabinas, touristic establishments, touristic activities, events, theaters, movie theaters, pretty much anything activity related. It does so as for banking, going to the pharmacy, grocery store, essential services. This is not required for that, so I just want to make that clear. And they're going to be doing this you're going to have to get a QR code. So if you are vaccinated, then there are instructions. There's an article. I put 2 articles here in the description for you to look at. They're both from Tico Times. They're both in English, so I figure that's easiest so everyone can either read them and understand what's going on if they haven't already. And the second article is also how to go about getting that, vaccine certificate. So by December 1st, if they're requiring that, then to enter those kinds of establishments that I've just listed, then you will be able to know the steps that you need to take to do that. Now, again, not a debate on whether it's good or bad. It is what it is right now. But one thing, I always like to look at the positive side. So I'm always, someone said, what age are they requesting vaccinations? The only information that I know is what are through the 2 articles that I've listed down below. So that way not to, okay, it says from all citizens in U.S. who are adults 18 and up or teenagers with risk factors 12 and up are eligible for the vaccine. So that answers that question. Let's see what other questions you guys have. So that, I put the articles below. So I know some people have been a little bit bummed to find this out. Some people, this is good news. Some people, this is bad news. I understand that. And so one thing that I did want to talk about was, it's just an announcement. So let's see what happens with it. This is why I didn't say anything about this yesterday. Like I said, we found this out 2 evenings ago. I was like, you know what? Let me just give it a day, let it all sink in, see what comes out in the following hours, and this is just a government announcement. So how it's going to be implemented, there's kind of a gap here. So we're honestly just going to have to wait and see and find out. This is kind of where we're at with it. It may not be exactly how it is. I know that there were some protests going on this morning. There are those kinds of things happening. So let's see. In the past, Costa Rica has announced things, and then in the end, it turns out to be different than how they originally announced. So really, we just have to wait and see. Of course, there's lots of room for speculation. I know in the world of the internet, on Facebook, I've seen this just blown all over all the different groups and all the things, and a bajillion comments. And, there's just no way to know until we know. So let's find out, So we don't really know exactly how it could be implemented, but I guess we'll find out with time. And I guess, how is it going to affect you? That we'll have to find out with time too. So, if you are vaccinated, you will, take the steps that are in the second article and you can get that certificate. If you're not, again, I always like to look at two sides, very unbiased. Okay, Peter, you do not need a vaccine to enter. I had announced that in the beginning. I said the entry requirements are still the same. I'm going to edit the description to let people know you do not need it to enter Costa Rica. If it goes as implemented as stated in the article below, then you would be able to enter Costa Rica, but you wouldn't be able to go to those places that are listed or enter into the places like the bars, casinos, restaurants, things like that. But I don't know if any of you guys know me. I do like to try to look at the bright side. I like to look at both sides. Again, trying to be unbiased here. So some people, we do look for people that are moving to Costa Rica. So for some people, this is fine. For some people, this is a bit concerning. So I did just kind of want to write down some of my own thoughts on it and some things that I do like about Costa Rica. And even if you are unvaccinated and you will be, covered under this mandate, we do find that people are still may move here. Our weather's good all year round. You can grow your own food. There are a lot of nice, like-minded individuals. So I'm just trying to look at the positives for some people that might be really freaking out over this. And I just did a lot of reflecting on it over the last few days, like just trying to look at everything from all angles. And, if you're coming to Costa Rica, and you're already like in your process of and you're wanting to move and you're hoping that you want to live a nice balanced lifestyle, you want to eat healthy, you want to be outdoors and be in nature, you want a slower pace. A lot of people are trying to kind of get off the rat race. So if those are the things that I would suggest that if this is a determining factor in your move, maybe look at what are the life values that you're hoping to accomplish here. And if the mandates do come into effect, can you still accomplish your life values that you're kind of thinking you're going to come here and do, whether that's eating healthy or being out in nature, slowing down. There's still so much you can do. You can go rivers, waterfalls, biking, hiking, whatever. Costa Rica has so much that you can do within it. So I don't like putting my opinions all over the internet, to be honest with you, because I think there's plenty of that already. So but I do think that, maybe if it is what it is, then it is what it is. All we can do is however it's going to affect you is you can just try to live the best life that you can, So if you're in that deciding phase and you're going, oh my gosh, I was just trying to get away from this, and then I was going to come to Costa Rica and now it's there, maybe it'll be everywhere. So it's like, how are you going to be happy where you are? How are you going to at least try to have whatever happiness and control that you can over your life? And if Costa Rica is a part of that, then are you going to be able to do that here? So that's what I would do. That's what I would say to people that are, if this is changing their decision, or if this has become something that maybe feels scary to some people, is maybe just think about what you are trying to do with your life, and if that can still be done here with mandates or without mandates. I do believe that we're, most in control of our own happiness and our own peace, and that definitely comes within. And I know that this entire time, since what are we, like a year and a half now, like almost 2 years into this, I don't even know, Everyone's gone through a lot, and I can't even imagine. Everyone has their own story. So, I would just say try to look within in this time. And, if countries or wherever you are now or wherever you're going is going to have a mandate, just really focus on, and that's not something that's you find positive for you. Just maybe try to focus on, what you can do. What happiness can you cultivate in your life? What can you do? And again, if you're going to be in Costa Rica, or if you're already in Costa Rica, can you cultivate that here? So I know it's easy to, things seem scary and it's easy to focus on everything, but maybe just try to focus on what you can do for your own peace of mind, your own self, and that's really it. you know. Let's see. Jerry says Costa Rica is not able to enforce it due to lack of army and police, which is on the side of the people. So yeah, there's some things to question. I don't know if this announcement is the be all to end all. There is the question of how can this actually be enforced? Will business owners actually enforce it? I also watched a video that Matt Rosensteel put up. So I got to put a shout out to him. Actually, I'll put a link to his video that he posted on this. And I do like the way he put things too. He had kind of mentioned an example. If you have this little, I think it was this. Sorry, Matt, I'm gonna butcher this. If you got this little family restaurant in the, down the corner, and they have family friends or friends that have been coming there for all their life, are they all of a sudden just going to turn them away after this? It's, who knows how it can be enforced, if it will be enforced, when it will be enforced. We don't know anything. All we know is that we don't know. So, but I did want to relay to you what the announcement was. And I understand some people that's fine and dandy. So great. For other people, I understand maybe it feels a little scary, but that's when I would just suggest to, try to evaluate what you're if you're already here, evaluate what you're here for, and if that's still going to work for you. And if you're coming here, if you're coming here under this mandate, can you still live how you want to live? And I would just say you can just, like I said, focus on yourself, focus on your peace. That's all you can do. We can't control the things that are around us for the most part. We can just control what we have going on in our world and where we put our focus. So I have no idea where this is going. Again, probably should have pre-recorded this, because I probably would have edited a bunch of this out by now. There's definitely a risk going live on this stuff. But yeah, again, this is not for debate. This is not for making comments or taking sides or anything. Just to put the news, the information out there, and yeah, just say hi. Hello, everybody. So, I'll make a better update on this, but this is all I got. But I hope everyone stays positive, and I hope everyone does well. Just live your life. That's all you can do. Okay. Well, thanks for joining. Now you see why I edit my videos, because I get off track quite a bit. All right. So I'm going to keep this short. Thanks for joining.